Welcome to KZGN News. Lined up for you today is news on the Saracosa Community College commencement exercise. We'll cover some national stories, some state news from Caltrans, and most importantly, news you requested on those gas prices.
From the Rademacher Hills to Bee Mountain and the mighty Sierras, Ridgecrest to Inyokern and China Lake, this is your news for the Indian Wells Valley with the KZGN News crew.
Topping our news, Saracosa Community College bid farewell to more than 287 students during their 43rd commencement exercise held in the gymnasium of the Raymond A. McHugh Athletic Complex Friday. Friends, relatives, staff, and faculty gathered to honor the class of 2016 from the Ridgecrest campus, East Kern Center at Edwards Air Force Base, Kern River Valley Center in Lake Isabella, and Saracosa Online. Of the 287 graduates, 351 associate degrees were awarded and 124 received certificates of achievements. 12 students are 4.0 graduates, 38 graduated with honors, and 60 were Phi Theta Kappa honor students. Retiring education and personal development Professor Bonita Robertson served as the faculty marshal for the ceremony. Now more than ever, our nation needs you to take your place in the workforce as trained, educated employees ready to discover the next cure for a daunting disease, participate in a medical breakthrough or technological advances, develop the next artistic masterpiece, or teach the next generation, impacting young lives to think creatively, critically, and instill global consciousness, stated Jill Board, Saracosa president. There is little doubt in our mind that as Saracosa Community College graduates, you are leaving well prepared. The Saracosa Alumni Association invited outstanding alumnus Dr. Mary Barlow, Assistant Superintendent of Schools. Barlow shared her relevant experiences to encourage graduates. A re-entry and first-generation college student, Barlow attended both the Kern River Valley and Ridgecrest campuses before transferring as a junior to Cal State University Bakersfield, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology in 1994. She went on to earn a master's degree in Educational Management and an educational doctorate in Organizational Leadership from the University of La Verne. The Ridgecrest Community Band, conducted by Deborah Veet, provided music for the festivities. You are our inspiration, our motivation, and we couldn't be more proud of what you have accomplished here at Saracosa Community College, concluded President Board. In national news, the National Day of Prayer brought millions of people together this year for the 65th Annual National Day of Prayer at thousands of prayer events around the country to pray. Monday, May 5th, our nation paused to observe a National Day of Prayer. The theme was Wake Up, America, acknowledging the need for individuals to corporately as well as individually return to the God of our fathers in reverence for his holy name. The selected scripture this year was Isaiah 58, 1a, Shout it aloud, do not hold back, raise your voice like a trumpet. On the first Thursday of every May, Christians have opportunity to emphasize the importance of prayer as a testimony to God, what we believe, and the fact that our nation was founded upon the truths of God's Word and much prayer. At this crucial time for our nation, we can do nothing more important than pray, said Dr. Tony Evans, the 2016 honorary chairman. Spiritual discipline is a personal priority. Presently, countdown has begun for our National Day of Prayer 2017. If you would like to volunteer in your church or in the community to lead a National Day of Prayer gathering, you can find information to volunteer for the National Day of Prayer Task Force by visiting their National Day of Prayer Task Force website. As a volunteer, you are an extension of the national office and a ministry ambassador wherever you go. Resources are provided to help. Additionally, you'll connect with others in your state to help you in your efforts. Coordinators serve as watchmen for their communities, state, and for the nation. The goal is to see communities transformed across America through the power of prayer. The National Day of Prayer was formed to see lives being changed. We pray in expectation, believing God will make a difference if we seek Him. 2 Chronicles 7:14. The Safe Haven law established in 1999 so the mother of a newborn can safely surrender her baby to a fire station, a police station, or a hospital with no questions asked and without fear of criminal prosecution. Presently, this law is undergoing what might be called a physical overhaul. Monica Kelsey was herself surrendered as a baby to a nurse 43 years ago today. Today, she believes she was saved to save others. When in the last 3 years, over 1,427 babies have been illegally dumped, this is saying something, Kelsey said. The Safe Haven Baby Boxes organization is listening to the cry of mothers who are scared and alone. Her idea for the National Outreach Project all began when Kelsey was speaking at a church in Cape Town, South Africa, where she saw a baby safe. When she returned to her home in Indiana, Kelsey made implementations to the baby safe and drew her own idea for a builder. The Safe Haven Baby Box is similar to a book deposit box you might see at a library, but it is padded, ventilated, and climate-controlled. Kelsey is committed to sparing a mother the shame and pain of a face-to-face encounter. In her small hometown of Woodburn, Indiana, Kelsey, a 43-year-old firefighter medic and mother of 3, said if a woman brought her baby to the station, she would most likely know the woman, her family, and her friends. The Safe Haven Baby Box would spare the mother the unbearable face-to-face encounter. Upon placing a baby in a Safe Haven box, a 911 alert is issued twice, while fire and medical teams are dispatched within 2 to 3 minutes. The cost to manufacture and install the Safe Haven Baby Box is $700 to $5,000. Kelsey said she would hope that a mother would love herself enough to put her baby up for adoption, but noting the high number of baby abandonments in trash bins or in the elements in the United States, Kelsey is on a national crusade to stop babies from being illegally dumped. Safe Haven Baby Boxes will bear the footprint of Amelia Grace Hope, whose infant body was found in Eagle Creek Woods, Indianapolis, December 28, 2014. The identified girl wrapped in a sweatshirt and born a healthy 8 pounds 6 ounces, according to the coroner, who ruled the infant died from animal bites to her arms and legs. She will forever be known as the defender of the Safe Haven law, Kelsey said. If you or someone you know needs help, call the 24-hour hotline at 1-866-99-BABY-1. That's 1-866-992-2291. If you would like to help raise awareness or support the Safe Haven Baby Boxes to install depositories in her state, ensuring the safety and care of newborns who otherwise stand no chance, visit www.safehavenbabyboxes.com. Presently, 2 of the boxes are operating in Indiana. Kelsey is working to expand use of the Safe Haven Baby Boxes in 7 states presently, including California, New York, Illinois, and Texas. 1 baby has already been saved since the first baby boxes were installed. In state news from Caltrans, here's a story on Route 395 road repairs. The California Department of Transportation will begin the Johannesburg resurfacing project Tuesday, May 17th. That's tomorrow. Locations of the work on U.S. Highway 395 in Kern County proceeds from the Kern County-San Bernardino County line to the junction of State Road 178. This project will resurface the roadbed with a rubberized hot mix asphalt. Drivers should anticipate daily lane closures along this stretch of Kern County. U.S. Highway 395 today through Thursday from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. Delays could be up to 20 minutes. This project's scheduled completion is September this year. The contractor for this $5,374,500 project is Granite Construction of Bakersfield. For the latest in highway information, please visit Caltrans QuickMap site at quickmap.dot.ca.gov or call the Road Condition Hotline at 1-800-427-ROAD. That's 1-800-427-7623. Caltrans wants everyone to remember the new law protecting road workers. For the safety of workers and other motorists, please be work zone alert. Move over where possible. Again, this repair involves Route 395 south to Johannesburg starting Tuesday, that's tomorrow, May 17th. Ridgecrest Republican Women Federated will hold its luncheon Friday, May 20th from 12 noon to 1:30 p.m. at the Grape Leaf, 901 North Heritage Drive. Guest speaker will be Vince Fong, candidate for California State Assembly District 34. Vince has been district director for Congressman Kevin McCarthy for nearly 10 years. Come and hear another candidate running for the June primary. Cost of the luncheon is $15. Reservations are required. Please call 760-463-1272 and make your reservation. Now for some food news. A massive nationwide and Canadian frozen food recall hit California's south coast. Trader Joe's, Costco, and Safeway Albertsons stores. Behind the coast-to-coast recalls is POSCO, a Washington-based food processing plant. The CRF recall involves scores of brands, hundreds of products. The Center for Disease Control said the listeria contamination has documented 8 people sickened. 6 live in California. At least 3 people have died, 2 in Washington and 1 in Maryland. The recall issued after an outbreak of Listeria monocytogenes. Listeriosis is life-threatening. The infection is caused by eating food contaminated with the bacterium. The disease primarily affects pregnant women and their newborns, adults older than 65, and people with immune systems weakened by cancer, cancer treatments, or other serious conditions such as diabetes, kidney failure, liver disease, and HIV. A person with listeriosis usually experiences fever and muscle aches, sometimes various gastrointestinal symptoms. However, symptoms can vary per individual. Healthy people rarely develop invasive listeriosis. People exposed to a very large dose of the bacteria can develop a non-invasive illness where bacteria does not spread into their bloodstream or other sites and where symptoms are non-life-threatening. Recalled products can be returned to the store for a full refund or simply throw them out. Experts recommend leaving the product in its sealed plastic to not contaminate your animals and contacted surface areas. Wash the refrigerator or freezer area where recalled products were stored with a water-bleach ratio of 1 gallon hot water to 1 teaspoon of bleach. Wash your hands with warm water and soap after cleaning. People who develop symptoms of listeriosis after eating possibly contaminated products should consider medical care and telling a healthcare provider about eating the product. Although people can sometimes develop listeriosis up to 2 months after eating contaminated food, symptoms usually start within several days. Stay tuned for gas prices, weather, and sports when we come back. Thanks for staying with us. Here are today's gas prices for Ridgecrest and some surrounding areas. The good news is Ridgecrest still has the lowest prices in all areas monitored, comparing Bishop, LA Valley, Lancaster, and Ridgecrest. Ridgecrest prices range from $243 to $319, Lancaster $269 to $299, Los Angeles Valley area $257 to $333, and the Bishop area from $274 to $299. Tune in Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for updates from KZGN. Now here's Lane with the weather.
Thank you, Tanya. From the National Weather Service, a strong cold front will bring chilly air to the central and eastern U.S. to begin the work week. Temperatures are forecast to be 10 to 25 degrees below average across a large area of the Plains, Midwest, Great Lakes, and Ohio Valley. Freeze warnings are in effect for parts of the Midwest and Great Lakes. Temperatures across the nation. Carolinas at 69, Georgia at 72, Arkansas at 62, Northern Texas at 73, Arizona at 84, and Los Angeles at 65. And for us locally, tonight, mostly clear with a low around 58, west wind 5 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20. Tuesday, a 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly sunny with a high near 85, northwest wind 5 to 15 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20. Tuesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 58, northwest wind 5 miles per hour. Wednesday, sunny with a high near 91, west-southwest wind 5 miles per hour. Wednesday night, mostly clear with a low around 58, west wind 10 miles per hour. Thursday, sunny with a high near 91, west-southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 30. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 57, southwest wind 20 to 25 miles per hour with gusts as high as 40. And Friday, sunny with a high near 91, southwest wind 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts as high as 30. And that is your forecast for the IWV. Now back to Tanya.
Thanks, Lane. Now here's Tom Heck with sports.
A very pleasant Monday early evening to everyone. Let's start with the NBA. Boy, it's down to just four, the final four. Tonight it'll be Golden State home against a very, very scrappy Oklahoma City team that defeated San Antonio in a best of 7, 4-2. Now, yesterday on Sunday, the Raptors beat Miami 116-95. That was Game 7 held in Toronto. And now the East is set. It'll be Toronto and Cleveland, game number 1 Tuesday at Cleveland. I predict Cleveland to win that series in 5 games. And Golden State, I predict, will win in 6 games against Oklahoma City. But that's a very intriguing matchup. Both teams with superstars on each side. Both teams right now with a lot of momentum. And both teams starting to, if it's possible, get even healthy. Both teams have not been healthy a good chunk of the season, but Golden State, doesn't matter. They've done well no matter if they've had injuries or not. Same thing with Oklahoma City. So that'll be a fun matchup. Game number 1 is tonight in Oakland, 6 o'clock our time over on TNT. All right, let's talk a little bit about Major League Baseball. The Angels, who had lost 7 games in a row, well, the remedy was go play Seattle. Seattle was doing real well before the Angels came to town. The Angels sweep. Yesterday, Hector Santiago pitches a 5-hitter, 3-0 win for the Halos. On Friday night and Saturday night, the Angels were down going into the 9th inning. They came back and won both nights, and the bullpen again has failed for Seattle. Angels tonight will play the Dodgers in Chavez Ravine. They'll play Monday and Tuesday night in L.A., Chavez Ravine, home of the Dodgers. And then on Wednesday and Thursday night, the Angels will play the Dodgers in Anaheim. So 4 games in a row, crosstown rivals. Should be very interesting. On Friday, the Angels will host Baltimore, the best team in the AL East. That'll be a 3-game series in Anaheim. All right, NHL, game number 1, Western Division Finals. St. Louis defeats San Jose 2-1. San Jose had that exciting 7-game series against Nashville. Then they had the exciting 7-game series against the Ducks in the first round. So those guys have got to be a little bit weary. St. Louis has had a little bit easier way into the finals. In golf, Jason Day has won the Players' Challenge Championship Tournament. And the rest of the baseball news yesterday, boy, the Red Sox are scoring runs like crazy. 10 runs one day, 11 runs the next day, 13 runs one day. They come back again and they beat the Houston Astros. They sweep the Astros in Boston. The Milwaukee Brewers starting to play better. They beat San Diego yesterday, 2-1. And Pittsburgh finally gets a win over the Cubs. They had lost 6 straight against Chicago. The Cubs, though, the best record in baseball. What a great start that program has this year. All right, Kendry Morales had a grand slam home run as the Royals beat the Braves. And also the Yankees beat Chicago. Now, in that Royals game, they had a nice little brawl, evidently, and which led from one thing to the other. But baseball was baseball sometimes, but it's worth looking at. If you go on to the ESPN app, you can watch what happened yesterday in that game. All right, Kendrys Morales, by the way, his 5th home run. Morales, a former California Angel. The Yankees beat the Chicago White Sox 7-5. Yankees starting to play a lot better. The White Sox still leading that AL Central. They're playing much better baseball this year. Twins finally waking up from the dead. They beat Cleveland. Oakland gets a win. They lost 5 in a row. They beat Tampa Bay in Florida yesterday. Reds get a win. The Marlins win again. They beat the Nationals. Nationals in first place, but the Marlins have had a great start. They're best in a long time. Don Mattingly, former Dodger coach, managing that team right now. And Detroit beats Baltimore. Now, the Orioles had won 7 games straight. They blow the lead yesterday, though, and the Orioles, as I mentioned, will be here this weekend to play against the Angels Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Don't forget tonight, 6 o'clock, game number 1, Golden State and Oklahoma City Western Division Finals. And the last note, Saracosa has announced their basketball camp dates for the summer. If you have kids anywhere in the ages of 7 to 13, June 13 through 17. And all these camps are from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., June 13 through 17, July 11 through 15, and August 1 through 5. Information, you can call 760-384-6384. That's your sports for Monday. I'm Tom Heck for KZGN.
This concludes your news for today. All of us at KZGN thank you for choosing KZGN-TV News, the only local station with news specific to Ridgecrest and the Indian Wells Valley. Stay tuned for Ridgecrest Talk coming up next.